All right, and we are live. So, warm welcome to each and everyone. Uh, Thank you so much for looking forward into joining into this Wednesday webinars that we are bringing to you for free. All right. So, this initiative is brought to you by Cogent Integrated Business Solutions. So, they're an IT company based in Detroit, Michigan, who wishes to give back to the community through free knowledge sharing because knowledge is the most valuable thing that no one can steal from you and definitely can be shared for free, and it gives value mostly with the experience and the personal touch and point of view of the professionals that we invite to the guest speaking. As mentioned last Wednesday, we will bring you two new guest speakers and also two new topics to be delivered, and as they are passionate to share this topics to us here in this platform. All right. So wherever you are, please do join. You can join on YouTube Live. You can put your questions there, or you can join our Zoom to interact with our speakers live. All right. So my name is Phil. I'll be hosting this webinar today. And before I bring you the guest speakers, let me just introduce the first topic that we have for today. And for the first topic, we have PR and cultural manager. I'm sorry. We have cultural awareness and community holding. So to talk this topic is a PR and cultural manager at Roots Apps, who is Vishva Raichura. And in this session, she will highlight the vital role of cultural heritage in connecting us to our roots and fostering community unity, focusing on rural artisans as the keepers of our traditions. We'll explore our cultural legacy, but also promote economic empowerment and sustainable fashion. And through innovative projects and bridging rural and urban communities, will discuss the importance of consumer awareness, environmental responsibility, and fostering cultural exchange. And without further ado, we have here Vishva Raichura to share a little about her personal life and also about the topic that she chose to share with us today. Hi, Vishva. How are you?
Hi, good evening, everyone who's ever's watching from wherever you're watching. I hope you guys are having a great time today. I am a project manager and cultural manager at Roots Apps, where we focus on preserving and promoting cultural heritage. Today, I want to discuss the importance of cultural awareness and community holding in our work with rural artisans. So ever since I was a kid, I've been really, really deep rooted into our Indian culture because whenever we talk about India, let's face it, the first thing that comes to our mind is the diversity of the culture, right? Every time we cross the border, we enter a new state. There's different language, there's different religion, there is different food, there's different fashion people are following, right? So I've always been really intrigued to getting to know about all of this. Being a Gujarati and being born and raised in Gujarat, I've been really, really, really fascinated by the Gujarati culture. So I'm going to be talking a lot more about that today. But before that, I have a few more things that I want to talk about, which is basically why I got into it. By profession and background, I'm still a student and I've pursued my bachelor's in biotechnology. And I'm looking forward to pursue my master's in neuroscience. But my interest and fascination with the culture and, the Indian history has brought me to work with Roots Apps, and I've been associated with them for the past 3 years, and it's been really great for me. So here, what we do is basically promote our heritage, and we bring together the community to work and basically tell people about how to keep our culture alive. I feel it's really important as for a country like ours, our culture is the backbone. It says who we are. Even from people from all over the world, whenever they talk about India, whenever they visit India, it's for two things, either the food or Taj Mahal. But I want to say that India is so much more than just Taj Mahal or Red Fort. Go to the little streets in Gujarat, come to Ahmedabad, go to Kutch, go to the slums of Mumbai. That is a lot of culture, I tell you there, right? So whatever we are doing here is just because of the love that I have for the culture and because we share the same interests here at Roots Apps. We basically, get to know the rural artisans, basically from Kutch, who promote the Indian handicrafts, and because of the advancements in the technologies and everything nowadays, we're losing that aspect, which makes us special. So we're trying to strive it up a little bit more and to keep it alive even in today's time and age. So I want to talk about a little bit as to why I got into it. First things first is when I got into Roots Apps, it was basically because they promote sustainable development as well. And being a biotech student, when I learned about tissue culture and when I learned about hybrid seeds and all of that, I found out that at Roots Apps we do the same kind of things where we promote tree plantation and sustainable development. So I got into it, but then I found out that they also work for this. And I was like, kudos to that. It's a win-win. So after that, I started getting into it. And then different kind of festivals whenever they come up. So India is basically every month you have something or the else coming up, right? So whenever a new festival comes up, we have a different giveaway or gifts that we make here at Root Skills, or we tell people that how can you instead of gifting materialistic things, you can make something from scratch, which is more durable, which is more eco-friendly and more sustainable, right? But when it comes to culture, it is so much more than gifts. So I want to talk about a few of the things that we do here. I want to talk about an upcoming festival here in India. It's called Diwali. I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but I want to tell you a little bit about it. That why do we celebrate it and how do we celebrate it? And specifically, how do we celebrate here at Root Skills and Roots Apps, right? So Diwali is basically the festival of lights. It is to exemplify the win of good over evil. So in our Hindu mythology, according to that, uh, Lord Rama fought the evil king Ravana, who kidnapped his wife. And after saving his wife from the evil king, he came back to his city called Ayodhya. And the whole of Ayodhya city was lit up by oil lamps, or as we call it, diyas in India, right? So that is how Diwali is celebrated. Here at Roots Apps, what we do is we make, biodegradable oil lamps and gift it to our people, employees, or even our friends out there and promote biodegradable products. We say no to crackers for sure because it creates noise pollution and air pollution. It's harmful for the environment. So there's a big no firecrackers. We celebrate the festivals with full authenticity. But I want to talk about one of my favorite festivals of all times. Okay, I'm gonna tell you I'm Gujarati, which means I belong to the state of Gujarat, born and raised in Gujarat, as I already mentioned. So we Gujaratis celebrate the biggest festival in the whole world. This festival goes on for 9 days, all right? It is called Navratri, which literally translates to 9 nights. The significance of this festival is basically to celebrate all the 9 forms of goddess Shakti, okay? So the essence of this festival is to dress up in your traditional Gujarati outfits. In Gujarati, we call it chanya choli, which is basically a long flared up skirt as the bottom and a little top with a veil covering your front, right? In Hindi, you can call it lehenga choli. Lehenga is again the skirt and choli is the top, right? So the beautiful part about it is that all of the raw materials that are sourced are from the local artisans from Kutch. Nowadays, the thing is that you can also get it ready made here in the city with the technology and everything. You can get it sewed up by the machines. But as much as I got to know about the culture and its significance and importance, Me and my mother, we used to go to Kutch to source up the raw materials, get together with the rural artisans. A little bit history about Navratri, I'll tell you. When we separated out, when we got the borders and everything, only the men used to perform Garba, which is the Gujarati folk dance. Similarly, if you were to say Ghumar is the Rajasthani folk dance, and the outfit's almost kind of similar. But the only difference is Ghumar is performed by the ladies, and Garba used to be performed by just the men. And women were responsible for sewing up the outfits or the handicraft. It is basically called Kachi Bharat, right? So it is a hand embroidered piece of art. And the most beautiful part about it is every piece is unique. You would never find a duplicate or similar kind of a piece. Every piece is unique. It comes from their talent, whatever they feel like sewing up, that is what they make. And that is what makes it beautiful. So we used to go there, source it out, bring it here. And my mom is really good at designing. So she would design my outfits. I would like you to play the video so that I can show it to our viewers. There are some of the pictures of the jewelry and the outfit. Okay, so as you saw in the video, the outfits, the jewelry, and even some of the other things that we, send as products here at Root Saps, the outfits are sourced totally from Kutch. The jewelry is handmade with pearls. So lots and lots of time goes into it, lots and lots of efforts goes into it. But I feel like in today's time and age, we are sort of losing it a little bit. And the whole point of me being associated with it is to promote all of our handicrafts and to portray who we are as Indians and especially as Gujaratis. Because, okay, let's face it, what you saw, I'll let you guess the weight of that, the outfit. You can even have a say, Chakshu, if you want to. If any of our audiences want to have a say, like have a guess to how much the outfit weighs.
Around 5 kilos, 3.
The
I think
lenga,
more than 5 kgs or something because it was
yes,
really heavy. Embroidery was really, really good.
it is way more than 5. The lenga is 12 kgs, right? Yeah. So that kind of work and everything, in order for to lower that down, people sort of are choosing to drift up to the technology and like printed lengas now instead of going for the embroidery and the mirror work and everything. But I say if you truly love the culture, embrace it, right? To go around playing or dancing in that outfit for like 4 to 5 hours is how I choose to embrace my culture and is how I choose to promote it. A lot of the times, little girls would come up to me asking me, how did you get that lenga? Where did you get it from? I straight away point to my mother and say that we went to Kutch and we got it. The only thing that comes to my mind is go to Kutch and get it from the rural artisans. You can never find it in any city other than that. You have to go to the little parts where nobody wants to go and then get it from there. So that is what we promote. It just doesn't, get the culture out, but also helps those people in, maintaining their economy. Because as we're like moving forward with the technology, with the modernization and everything, I think we are lowering their importance, and I feel like their talent is so much more worth it. So we here, what we do is basically we're uh, creating a bridge between rural and urban markets. A lot of the times, whenever I get asked from the newspapers and everything, like, tell us about your outfit, my only thing is go to Kutch. You'll find it there. Go to Kutch. You'll find it there. You know. Uh, Along with that, what we do is we celebrate another festival called Raksha Bandhan. Raksha Bandhan is basically a celebration between siblings, brother and a sister, right? So the sister ties the brother a rakhi. Rakhi is basically a piece of thread with some beads and some decorations here and there. But at Root Saps, what we do is we want to make it functional. We want to make it sustainable. We want to create a greater cause out of it. So what we do is basically make plantable rakis. So what we do is put some hybrid seeds, or maybe some herbs or some smaller plants that you can keep at home. We tie those seeds at the end of the thread, and that is used as a raki. And after the festival is celebrated, anyone would just cut the raki off and throw it away. But here, what you can do is you can cut it off and plant it in a pot, and it's a plant for you. So that Raksha Bandhan Rakhi goes on for years, right? So nothing goes to waste. You're supporting the environment, and you're creating a greater cause. What we also do here at Root Skills, as I want to pursue neuroscience in future, behavioral and cognitive learning. What we do is beyond the crafts, we also address social issues while promoting the awareness of behavioral challenges faced by these communities in the rural areas. By encouraging open dialogues about these challenges, we strengthen the community ties and promoting their understanding. The arts serve as a powerful tool for expressing these issues and fostering the connections. This is a sustainable practice where we create something out of scratch and add on to it. And I would like to say Root Saps is not just about focusing on the cultural aspect or just like focusing on any one particular thing, be it sustainable development. I think it's an amalgamation of all the good things altogether. I'm also leading initiatives focused on sustainability, as I said, about this Raksha Bandhan thing. Along with that, we also focus on segregation. And for example, we create eco-friendly incense sticks, which is something very interesting. I found out when I was told about this, I was like, I am going to lead this. As a student of biotech, something eco-friendly and something that focuses on making things from scratch and helping the environment, I'm in for it. So what we do is basically, I also provide service at local temples. So I saw a lot of flowers going to waste after the ceremonies or the pujas, as we say. I saw a lot of it going to waste. I thought of, you know what, these still smell fresh. They're never going to use it again. I thought of collecting it, drying them up, and making incense stick out of it. It is such an easy process. Also, nothing goes to waste. We're helping the environment, keeping it clean, along with also making a product out of it, right? Along with that, again, as my background as a biotechnologist, I know about biofertilizers. So we also connect to the farmers and acknowledge them about the use of biofertilizers that they can use for creating healthier fruits and vegetables so as to benefit us as the community, right? Because nowadays, with the increased use of pesticides, a lot of health issues are being reported. And we want to take an initiative to kind of tone it down a little bit. Um, We believe in distributing gifts which are more than some materialistic stuff. We, as I said, we gift plants, we gift Rakis that can be used as plants in the future. So we believe in a greater cause. So I would like to say at the end that I encourage everyone to promote sustainable development along with the cultural aspects of it, because anything can be yet sustained if we are sustaining the culture, because it is again going extinct as a lot of other resources, and for a country like ours, our culture is our biggest resource. That is all from my side. Thank you guys so much for being here, for giving me this opportunity to speak up for such an important topic, because I think some things like this are not said enough, not talked about enough. And I'm really grateful for getting the platform and the opportunity. Thank you guys.
Thank you as well, Vishwa. Exactly. As what you mentioned, these are the things that are not usually talked about and not promoted enough, and to help the the keeping of the heritage that you are protecting. So, we have some few questions or like inputs here on YouTube from Tina, right, Shura? You are like a family member. So, what other specialty of culture of Gujarat?
Gujarat is a lot more than just the outfits. As I said, in India, people know us for just two things majorly, one being the food, and Gujaratis know how to do food. Okay. So when there's a new occasion, there's another sort of a dish coming up. Dashera just passed by after Navratri. We focus on making fried chickpea flour with jalebi. It is a sweet. So that is a specialty for Dashera. When we look for Navratri, mostly food that is eaten in fast. You can't fast is basically you don't eat normal kind of day-to-day food. You either opt for just fruits, which is called falar, or just water for 9 days and no food at all. So that is the uh, specialty for Navratri. For Diwali, a lot of sweets is distributed amongst the families. The most common is son papdi. You would find son papdi getting distributed from one household to the other. So yeah, food is another most important part of our culture, right?
All right, lovely. So yeah, also it reminded me like you have to keep talking and keep promoting something in order for the new generation and the kids to be aware that it exists, and
Yes.
also to spike their interest as well on that heritage, and they could help as well in their own ways, right? And we have Darsh Badiani. What is the cost of that outfit?
The cost of that outfit, that is scandalous question. uh, it is a little heavy on the pocket for sure. But the thing is, because it's really rare. I mean, tell me the cost of a Birkin, right? Right. Because it being rare, it is it is really not about the money, but it is heavy on the pocket, I would say, instead of just going straight away for the figure.
Okay, all right. That's it became pretty obvious, but definitely is it's one way of
Yeah.
helping uh, promoting the actual culture. And looking towards the future, how would you envision with the like the works that you're putting in as of the moment? Like, how would you envision the future of the heritage or the culture that you are promoting?
Uh, See if people do understand the importance as we are trying to promote it, and if people sort of look up to it, I see India being what it was like 100 years ago, which was like a brilliant example for what culture is. So diverse, so beautiful, and like if you look at India in its history, it was a whole another level than it is today. Obviously, everything has to change over the time, but I think that if, along with those changes, if we keep the culture intact, it is going to be a beautiful place.
That's lovely. Alrighty. Well, thank you really so much for bringing that wonderful topic here in this platform. And we are glad that you have decided to join us today in this free webinar and let everyone know and what you're passionate about and what you're envisioning. And yeah, so checking with the attendees, do you have any questions or additional comments? If you have any, this is we have a few more minutes before we go to the next topic. So feel free to ask if you just want to raise your hand or unmute or type it in. I can read it for you. So checking again on YouTube, checking if there are any other opinions. And while we were doing so, anything you wanted to promote further aside from yeah, what you have already mentioned?
Yeah, I would also want to mention some of the other handicrafts from all over the country. Uh, in Along with the Kachi work, I would say the national outfit for women in India has to be saris. Definitely. Sari is basically a few meters of fabric that you drape around your body. And I would say it is the most elegant outfit a woman can put on, an Indian woman can put on. Uh, but as I said, along with the food and the language and the religion, as it keeps changing when you cross the border, the saris also keep changing. If you look at Gujarat, because obviously I'm going to put Gujarat first because I'm a Gujarati, right? So Gujarat, you can find bandhani, you can find patolas. Uh, you slightly move on to Maharashtra, you find the nawaris, which is 9 meters of fabric that you wrap around as an outfit. When you go to West Bengal, uh, you find different form of silks. If you go to South, you find Kanjivaram. You find if you go to, let's say, Rajasthan and all, you find different forms of, fabrics that have different prints on them. All of those are used as saris and other outfits as you saw in the pictures. Again, you can use the cultural handicrafts as souvenirs when you go back from India. The pictures that you posted for the bags and the bangles and all of that, those are from my recent trip to Udaipur, and I like to explore those little nooks here and there where you can find the authentic traditional handicrafts. So I went to this little store where I could find some of the tote bags, which are made from the authentic Udaipur's fabric with Rajasthani prints on it. Uh, so I feel just not just for culture. It's like it's even for the souvenir. Like if you're going to the Eiffel Tower, you're bringing the little Eiffel Tower home, but it's of no use. I feel you can take a tote bag, you can use it, and it's very durable because it's made out of cloth. It's not even plastic, not leather. It's cloth. You can wash it.
Yes,
Yeah.
go
So
ahead.
I feel like if you're gonna be using the culture the right way, I think the culture is gonna be really supportive towards you.
All right. Definitely, that's true. And I can see that the love of culture that you have brimming
Yeah.
as you were presenting the topic you have chosen. So that's really wonderful, actually. So, well, thank you so much. And as for Bavisha, we are proud on you who believes in friendship through culture. Definitely, I agree with that already. Okay, well, thank you so much again. Vishwa, for being here, willingly sharing your time and sharing your passion to everyone who will be, if like watching this recorded session. In case you missed it, definitely it's worth watching. Go to our page and you can do anything you like with a recorded session. You can post it, you can cop it, you can crap it, or yes, make sure you share it into social media platforms as well. Not just to help the platform in like delivering the message, but also giving attention to what was being shared in the topics that we have covered. All right, and also for our guest speakers to have additional visibilities. Who knows? They might get invited into another platform, different platforms to speak with same areas. All right. So, and also Shriyanka, thank you for sharing your thoughts. Amazing interest and passion for our Indian culture. Very inspiring. All right, so much appreciated. All right, so we can move to our topic for today. Again, Vishva, thank you. You can
Thank you.
interact with our second speaker. You can ask question as well, and yeah, it's up to you. All right, and oh, so the second topic that we have today is communication and self-expression through art. And to speak with this topic is an educator, an artist, healer through art, nature lover, and social worker. And for this topic, we will explore how the arts serve as a powerful tool for expressing complex issues and fostering meaningful connections. By exploring various artistic forms, we will highlight how creativity can facilitate dialogue, raise awareness, and promote understanding on social challenges. And our speaker is Chakshu Bardwaj. And without further ado, yeah, you can take over and yes, tell us about yourself just a little bit and what inspired you um, becoming an educator.
Good evening. Thank you very much. I would first like to thank you for having me here. Thank you so much for providing an opportunity to people around the world to share their experiences and others around the world. You're doing a wonderful job where you're letting others gain from other people's experiences and come up with something new and better for this world. And my friend Vishwa, she's had a wonderful start to the session wherein she dwelled on into the traditions of Gujarat and the beautiful art and the work of the craftsmen. So I would now move on to speaking about how we can use our art for communication and for self-expression. Vishwa, that was a wonderful session by you. I was really enjoying because me being an artist, an art teacher, art educator, I'm quite a lot into all of this. So it was wonderful listening to you. I've been a teacher for past 12 years and more now. I also do I also join in for a lot of social service events. That is what I like to do in my free time, teaching kids from the various sections of the society, maybe the sections that require a little more help or just general any category who would require our help, some kind of inspiration. Also, I'm a nature lover, so I also involve myself in tree plantation activities, conserving activities that are based on maybe projects for electricity, for conserving the planet, or for, to do with plastic, which is a major cause of pollution these days. So, to begin with, how art can be used as a means of communication and self expression. Today in India, we are celebrating the festival of Sharad Purnima. So, I would like to start with an artwork which I did when I was in the college and years back. And this was an artwork on Sharad Purnima. So, since today is the festival and so aptly the day comes, and I would just want everybody to have a look. So here I have a huge canvas which shows the festival of Sharad Purnima. Just give me a moment. I'll just. So here on top, I hope it's visible. We have the moon, and there are some people out here. It's a festival wherein people in India they make kheer. It's a sweet dish, and then they go to the rooftops and they make the kheer, and they keep that kheer out in the moonlight because it's known that moonlight is very healing. We have texts, we have Vedas which tell about the healing properties of the moonlight. So here you can see there are some people out there, and right in the center is a big vessel with kheer in it. So this is how this is one option how we use our art as a means of communication about telling our own about our own Indian culture. So another option, another one that I've done is the portrait of my grandfather that I have here. So this portrait was done years back. My grandfather used to love watching TV, and this is one of the days while he was watching TV, I sat there and I started painting him. So that was an old clock that he had, years old. It was an antique piece in our house and a prized possession, along with some pictures of my mom and her siblings, and us, me and my sibling and my cousins. So here is another picture, and this artwork, if you see, is now it's a heritage for our house. My grandfather is no more, but then through this art, I have communicated. I have I've portrayed. I have caught up his all his memories I have for my family and for myself. So this is just one option to show how art can be used as a means of communication. Likewise, I have another artwork. It's again a canvas painting. It's my grandmom. So my grandmom loves to dress up. She's always been, she always wanted to. She liked to sit in front of the mirror, get ready, take her time. So this is one of those days while she was getting ready. So I decided that I would quickly make her sketch and paint it out. So these are memories. These are memories that are going to stay with us for a very long period of time. And this is how we can use our own art as a means of expression. We all know we have birthdays in the family. So we have anniversaries in the families, or we want to wish somebody on some special occasion. So as children, once we start inculcating in our children the habit of creating artworks, or maybe a little card or a little note, writing it out with hand, when we start doing things that are handmade, so that will have a lasting impact. The other person who will receive it will feel the love and the warmth several times more than something that we buy from the market and give. So obviously, whenever we go ahead as artists, even if we are buying something, we can look at things that are being that are handmade. We can look at things that are being done by some artisans, some people who would need some kind of maybe financial support, which we can give them. Artisans who require financial support, we can support them in this endeavor. So this is one way. And to take this further, I would also like to share art as a means of self-expression, because I myself, I love to wear a lot of jewelry. So I would love to share my handmade pieces. So this is a handmade piece by me. It's an elephant. As you know, elephant is like the heritage symbol of India. So this is my own handmade creation. So this is how art can help someone refresh. Art can help someone unwind. Art can help someone bring out the creative side. Art can help the country, I would say. Art is a means through which our country can be helped in the whole. If I'm wearing this pendant out somewhere, I'm going abroad or somewhere, people would notice this. They would notice, okay, this is coming from one particular country. Yes, this is coming from India. This is the work of, and this is a motive, and this is a form which comes from India. So art is a way. It's not just for oneself, it's for one's own country. It is something that can be used for the welfare of the people worldwide. Anyone can design a pendant. Anyone staying in any country all over the world, they can create their own art pieces, jewelry pieces related to their own country, their own customs, and then they can celebrate their own customs and their own traditions and take pride in their culture. So this is something that I wanted to share with you. Also, I do a lot of these things, and I have more. Then there's this another pendant that we see a lot of parrots in Indian culture and Indian art. So this is how, if you want to teach somebody, if you want to tell somebody about our Indian traditions and Indian culture, this can be used. Like it will be a really, really good option. And there's one particularly which I wanted to show, and it's really popular with people around, is this Kathakali pendant that I've done years back. So the Kathakali dance comes from South India. It's so this is how, art is a very powerful tool to help people understand, help people appreciate, help people take pride in their own country. Let me just share my screen. If you allow me, I would like to share. Now, based on this, since I told you I'm an educator, I like to work for the society. So I would now like to elaborate. This was my work that I do. Now I would like to elaborate how I help children, how I help people uh, use their art to promote their ideas, to promote their customs, cultures, traditions. I will just share my screen. So talking about this is an artwork by one of my student. She had done this work, and this is a mask from Sikkim. So I hope my screen is visible. Is the mask visible?
No, not yet. We are.
I'll just get back to the screen.
Yes.
Just give me a moment, please.
Yeah. While you're doing so, we have 16 watching on live, and they're quite busy on comments. So we have TSR Kumari, we have Arpita, Saraswat, we have Vandana, we have Aruna. All right. We have Pratima, very beautiful Chakshu. And we have Arpita even shared during her childhood. We were supposed to make card for birthdays and festivals. They gave a personal touch and make the person so special as you took out time to make something for them. That's true, right? And yes, we can now see your screen.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, so this is one of the artwork we were doing, the state of Sikkim. So CBSE has this lovely activity for children. So we were working on the state of Sikkim. So this is an artwork by one of my student, and I have my own YouTube channel on which I do videos and artworks for children to help them learn. So this was one mask that I had created for them with shapes, with patterns based on Sikkim. It's a Mahakal mask. So this is something that the children had learned. And during the process, they had learned about the state of Sikkim. They had learned about maths. They had learned about shapes in it, angles in it, and all those kind of things. So this is another way which I wanted to mention how we can use our art to for communication, for sharing ideas, for sharing knowledge. There are a couple of more pictures that I would like to share with you.
Yes.
Recently, we had the festival of Dussehra. So during that festival in India, the story of Ramayana is told. So I was in one place where I taught these little children to create their own Ramayana mask with paper. So most of them had begun doing it with paper, and the best part about the activity was that we were using paper that was. Uh, that was being reused at every point of time. Even the tiny bits of paper that were left with us were also being reused in the process. And besides this, art as a means of communication, I would like to take you all to the fact that I have, since I told you I'm also into environment. I love to do things for the environment. Very young, my teachers in school, they have always been talking about environment. So there's another picture about environment and save girl child, which was again done by one of my student. This is a lovely art that she had done with all waste material and focusing on the girl child. So this was her idea that a girl can fly and touch the sky, and whatever material that you see over here was basically everything was reused, and it was completely handmade. So these are a few ideas. Another idea that I liked I would like to share here was about another one that we did on France. So there was this topic about France, and the students had to create something on France, the menu, the food. So through the art, the task was to depict France through their art. That was taken up, and one of my student again had come up with something really good on France. And then coming to, I would also like to share over here, we've also had children from countries around the world coming, and I happen to have a workshop with the Germans. So this is a picture of that workshop where the Germans were there, and you can see they're working on an artwork. They were sharing their ideas. They were creating some Indian art. So they had a very lovely time coming all the way from Germany and creating these works. Another one is a creative expression by a child about families. How we can cherish and strengthen the bond amidst the families. So this was an art by one of the child where he had done about families and festivals, how we celebrate them together. So this is art and creative expression and writing and all of that. So these are the little ways in which we can not only develop interest, but we can also help someone learn some special skills and also provide opportunities for future growth. We can also provide opportunities for a secure future where they can become independent, start earning on their own through the skill of art as well.
I see. Well, that was really like wonderful works, and I can see the passion brimming out of your face when you're talking about art and how you teach your students about it. So that definitely it's like from your experience, it's really something that you really love doing. Like what do you think is the most challenging aspect in terms of preserving or keeping culture and heritage?
I actually believe that there is really nothing that is challenging over here, because art gives us scope to do things in a very enjoyable manner. As you've seen in these pictures that I've been sharing, there's always an enjoyable manner in which we are sharing things. So we are learning about heritage. We're learning main subjects through art. We're learning about culture. There's always enjoyment. Art is one subject that I feel that that kind of breaks the barriers of a challenge. It's something that instills confidence. I remember I had a student and he was really shy of communicating. And I remember he was really good with his art, and we started doing a lot of artwork. I started encouraging him. And just in a few months' time, when he was creating so much of art and his art was getting appreciated around, the parent told me, "Ma'am, he's got so much confidence in him. He's able to speak to people, he's communicating well, he's able to talk about his art, and also he's improved in the other subjects." So, this is the magic that art does. It kind of breaks all barriers and it all kind of removes all the challenges that we have.
See, that's really fantastic. Like
I
it's
would also like to share another work over here, which was done again by the children. It was
yes.
about the mother. So here it is.
Mm, yeah, it's
Or
not showing.
that
Yeah.
was the screen, I think. If there are any questions, you can let me know once I get back to the screen.
Yes. Yeah, we have actually question. We're raising hand.
Yeah, that'll be me. More than a question, I just wanted to say, as she mentioned, how she encouraged one of her students to, gain confidence to communicate. I feel art is a lot more than just pictures or music or something like that. It's in its own, it's a whole another language that people use to communicate. I myself, being a dancer trained in Bharatanatyam, which is a classical dance form, and recently started writing poetry to express my feelings or a way to communicate. That has been a really great change that I saw in myself. I felt more heard and more seen through that. So I feel like art is a really great way to communicate, and people should learn as many art forms as they can, because some way or the other is going to help them.
Absolutely.
I agree. So while you're bringing up the screen, thank you, Vishwa. I'll read some few comments on YouTube. So let's see. So we have from
Yeah,
Poonam.
share more things.
Very nice. Keep up your good work, Chakshu. We have
Yeah.
Saisha.
I would just like to share a few more pictures because if you permit,
Yes,
just
yes, of course. While you're bringing the one up, I'm just giving you out the comments that your watchers.
yeah. So since we were talking about environment, so this was a
Ah,
tree with plastic bottles that was created long back. This was a project that I had taken up. So in the background is a tree. We put lights and everything. It was completely done with all waste plastic bottles. So this is how we can use our art for spreading the message of environment conservation and recycling or upcycling the waste material that is around us. That's another work by some of my students, which will come up on the screen now. I think there's some lag. The image is not showing up.
yeah, not yet. Yeah, picture has not changed.
No worries, no worries. I'm just trying to figure out. So this was what I was talking about. I was in one of the schools, and since the festival of the Shera and Diwali is around, so we had the children work with minimum amount of paper, because again we know that paper is coming from the trees, so minimum amount of paper was used. All the designs and the details that you see were done from the bits of paper that had fallen on the floor. The children were told to be more resourceful, collect them, and then they created their own lovely artworks. So I think that's it from my side. And that's how I feel that art is. This was one with the teachers long back. Teachers can use art as a means of teaching and communication in the classroom. This was a fish puppet that was taught at one of the workshops. So all these little things I keep doing, and I'm really grateful to God for providing me the opportunity to create a difference in someone's life and to spread messages around through art.
All right. What a wonderful message that you have delivered here. Like though they're small things, more art pieces, definitely it has a big impact not just on the emotion but also on the way people think as well. So because as I agree with one of the comments here in YouTube as they shared that art is a stress buster. So it definitely is takes your mind away from anything that troubles you when you're doing art because you only focus on the art that you're trying to do, right? So it really refreshes everything. All right. So well, wow, this is like a very great session that we have today. Like two wonderful topics interrelated to each other in two unique ways, and definitely is a wonderful thing. And well, I'm giving my big thanks in behalf of Let Us Talk It and Cogent for you both, our speakers. So thank you for joining us today to deliver this wonderful session. And again, for those who are watching now on YouTube, please do share this video so we can spread out the word and continue the cycle of keeping culture and also promoting it through art and all the unique ways that you can possibly do. And also to help our guest speakers have um, more visibility of their names as well. Are you both available on LinkedIn, or how will the people connect with you?
Yeah, I do have a LinkedIn. Uh, you can I've got the same name over there.
All right. And let's see. Okay. So, Vishva Raichura, you can search it on LinkedIn, send a connection invite or a message if you want to interact with her, and also for Chakshu,
Yes, I
Bardwaj.
have my LinkedIn account. I am also active on Instagram.
All right. Instagram and LinkedIn. All right. So you can get in touch with them through those social media platforms. If you're a friend or a family and you're sharing this video, tag them as well so they would see. And yes, we have here Anushka. If you are okay to unmute, you can unmute if you wish. So I'm reading your comment. Yes, ma'am, I completely agree with you. The art is something through which children can have their bright future, and it's good for communication. But according to me, I would like to say that art is also something to give life through raw material. An example, to create something new. All right. And from Bavisha, very informative, engaging session art metamorphosis the persona the persona. All right. Thank you. As it's the same thing as what Chakshu has said. Like through art, we can deliver the culture, even if it's buried behind ages ago. Like if you bring it up through art, it will definitely be it will come to life. And also with the work that Vishba is putting in, it also involves art creativity. Like how would you create new products and a new system and still be able to keep the culture and also protect the ecosystem. So that's brilliant work. And yes, we have here lovely dear Chakshu. May Swami love you always. All right, that's from Sashi Bala. All right, thank you everyone actually for supporting our speakers today. And yeah, hope you join again. Like next session, like we do this Zipinar every Wednesday. So that's at the same time. That's 9:30 India time, 9:30 to 10:30. And yeah, if anyone from the comments or from the attendees wanted to become guest speakers, like they are, being able to express their own selves through a topic that they chose, they are passionate about, feel free to let us know. And definitely, we are very willing to take you in and have you talk in our platform and definitely spread the word. All right. Okay, so I guess it's a time. So 1 hour becomes too short for this kind of topics, definitely. So hope we can hear more. And yeah, get in touch with us. Let us talk it.com, or you can message me, or you can get in touch with Bovisha or like Roots apps as well if you're eager to share more information and promoting root skills. Definitely is a good company as the actually are giving back to the ecosystem or the nature. They're definitely working on that. So yeah, let's promote it further. All right. And yeah, again, we are available on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and on YouTube as well. So just put in Let Us Talk It. So that's LETUSTALKIT. So search it on, give us a message. I'm available on LinkedIn as well. So just let us know if you wanted to speak. And again, you are free to join our Zoom interaction or on YouTube live for the next session next Wednesday, the same time, 12 noon to 1 p.m. Eastern time, or that's 9:30 p.m. to 10:30 in the time, or wherever you are in the world. All right. So let's both join hands and keep the culture that we are promoting and enjoy the arts through our culture. All right. So thank you so much, everyone, and thank you, speakers, and keep safe as
Thank you for
always.
having
And
us.
we will end the webinar for now. It's a pleasure that we have you today, both. All
Thank you
right.
very much for having us here and keep up the good work that you're doing of helping people give a platform for their interests and their strengths.
Of course, definitely. We will continue this forward as, if possible, we can have everybody to talk about their passion. All right. So it's today. Let's end the webinar for now and take care, everyone. Keep safe as always. This is Phil, and bye for now.